specifically counter-stratted against Powerhouse on this specific map. And without further ado, we're actually going to get into this first map of Oregon. This is Powerhouse Origins pick, so we're going to see what they have to bring on this map. This map is particularly stratty, in my opinion. It's a lot more about team-based holds, and it's not, there's no, I mean, there is room, but there's not much room for individual performance, you know? So, just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you happen to go to the laundry and stock hold or storage, you really have to have a great roam game and just waste as much time as possible, because if you let the attackers get the site too quickly, then it's not going to be looking good for the site players. However, we're going to be seeing our Armada here on the kids' dorm site, so they're going to be switching things up a little bit, trying to throw off Powerhouse potentially, and see how Powerhouse is able to adjust to that change.
I'm actually kind of surprised the Powerhouse being, this is their pick, remember. I'm surprised that they picked to attack first. I'm wondering if they actually read into the fact that Armada would be trying to throw them off intentionally. And we see a Thatcher Hibana, but, I mean, all of these operators can work on either floor, but the Capital makes me think that maybe they were aiming to deny bottom floor mirror windows. But of course I'm not sure.
Yeah, you kind of always want to bring Capital just in case they go laundry, which most teams usually do first round. But he's definitely not a bad pick for the kids' dorms attack, because he has those smokes to allow the attack site, and then you also have the flame bolts as well. So it's not bad at all, but a little inconvenient it can be.
I think his strongest aspect in attacking the kids' dorms is to get that one pesky little anchor out of that spot in between the double windows inside kids.
Yes, if you happen to have a mirror sitting there in kids' dorms, which you do, you can just shoot a flame bolt there where the mirror is playing, then, or even on the white stairs, as you see mirror sitting right now. You can shoot a flame bolt there and then, you know, pretty much draw them off that position. And if you have someone else holding an angle there, then you can just pick them off.
So you see now, this attack is actually kind of going a tiny bit slow. They've driven Ella out of Big Tower. She's actually rotated all the way down the basement, all the way to the front of the main stairs. So she's kind of nothing. I might say, I mean, I'm not completely sure. Maybe they hurt her there and kind of, I don't know if they hesitated, since it's already, okay, half the round is gone, but they've made their way all the way through Big Tower. They've cleared it out. They have 5 people there, so they have angles that they can watch. And they also have made their way all the way through Attic. So we're going to see not loading here, actually droning out a roamer. Maybe 2. He might find the Jaeger as well. He's going to find Bandit underneath the site. And he's going to find a little pre-fire onto the hallway. Not going to actually hit me. 1 minute 12 left though. Trinity, I think. Trendy, excuse me. Hits a shot into Barracuda. Takes him out after Barracuda downs one of his teammates. But not loading is going to get back up and be taken out. Actually by Mincy in the kitchen. It's a 4v4. That even up the man count with a minute left. These attackers in Powerhouse have to find something. And this Jaeger is just sitting in the kitchen very patiently with a Bandit actually in the hallway as well.
Yeah, so this would be a great time to take out Minty, because he's looking up through the kitchen floor, so you can't really look in front of him and look up at the same time. And you're gonna see Shadow take out Flog there as Bandit, and he's gonna be trying to go back up the white stairs potentially. Only 25 seconds left for Powerhouse to make this attack go through. It's 3-on-4 in favor of Armada. Legend's gonna take down Minty to tie it up here. 15 seconds left in the round. Shadow killing Legend. It's now 2-on-3. 10 seconds left, and it's all up to Trendy. Can he do it? And no, Armada will take the first round here on Oregon.
Well done by the roamers of Armada there. It was an amazing roam game, and of course the duo. They actually had 3 roamers. 2 people were on site, the Mirror and the Smoke, which is to be expected from those 2. But they did have 3 roamers. They had the Jaeger in kitchen. They had the Bandit, who, as we saw, he was playing in a restroom, like in the he was playing in the bathroom at the end, like when they were actually going for a site push. And they had an Ella, who I'm not really sure what she was doing. She got picked, but she didn't manage to get Thatcher downed, and that put him at half health, and that put him in a position to be taken out by the other two roamers, which did end up happening. So as you said before, this map is dependent on the roam game, as we saw there. The roamers basically won them the round, or at least the bandit and Jaeger did, sitting at the west side of the site. And like you said that the attackers could push onto the Jaeger pretty easily since he was looking up, and you would be right, except for the fact that the bandit was there in the hallway watching the rotation, sitting at a really off angle where you really wouldn't expect anyone to play, and he managed to catch, I don't know, 1 or 2 people off. I'm pretty sure he got at least 2 kills there, at least 1 if not 2. But well done to the bandit and the Jaeger. Roaming duo was, I apologize, I've already forgotten the names. I'm really bad about that, but yeah, either way, they did really well. And another thing I want to point out is there's something weird going on with this setup. I see CZ with the M1014 instead of the usually whip.
Yeah, you're gonna be seeing Pulse here playing with the M10 shotgun. You usually don't see that, but maybe they need him to open up some rotation holes potentially for the team to get access to. They are not bringing a smoke, so they don't have any other shotgun operators other than Mira, who is being utilized by Flog. And it looks like this might be a red tower push by Armada. And it's looking to be that way. Not sure if anyone from Powerhaus is playing up in the red tower. However, CZ's gonna get challenged in blue tunnel. Flog's gonna go down. But not out. Yeah, not down, but not out. He's gonna get picked up though by CZ. And it looks like Flog's gonna get the kill on Barracuda, and Lodi's gonna take out Shadows. 5-on-3 now in favor of the Powerhaus. And Lodi's actually up in the top of Red Tower still, so he's gonna be holding that down as long as possible. He is Legion, so he's gonna have his goo mines trigger if anyone happens to approach him from underneath. And it looks like this is a blue tower push, or a blue hallway push by Armada, just kind of last resort, pushing this way, and they didn't challenge Laundry at all.
Oh no, that drone missed Legend in Harry Potter, and that leads to the death of Neonito. Speaking in from Brule Hallway, we have Mincy here going for the same kind of peek. He's peeking on a mirror window, which is interesting. Yella shows her head and takes the head off of Patrick. And we have Mincy here to clutch it out with the Ash. She has to ace this round, and she doesn't do so, as CZ gets a kill with the M1014. Well done by him. I didn't expect that. He's spamming with a pistol, gets nothing, and he literally just spams it through the wall. Well done.
Yeah, that was a great round by Powerhaus. It didn't last long at all. It only went about halfway through the round, and they were able to finish it off. And it looks like Armada didn't really give themselves much of a chance. They were going for the red tower push, and things just kind of start falling apart there once they try to go push blue hallway by construction, and you're just kind of shoving everyone down little narrow hallways. That's like easy lines of sight for the defenders to pick anyone off of, especially that you had the black mirror sitting there at the end of the hallway in storage.
Yeah, that mirror is kind of designed to counter exactly what they did. They all peeked onto it, and I mean that their drone game too. I don't want to put everything on a single drone, as they did get 2. I mean, you know what? That doesn't, okay, that one drone that missed the Ella at the bottom of Harry Potter, that doesn't really affect much, but the fact that they didn't drone tower, like you said yourself, oh, I don't know if anyone's in big tower, and I guess they thought the same thing. They had no idea. They didn't drone it out. The Legion actually ran up there while the Ash was sitting outside that east door of tower, and I'm kind of surprised they didn't hear him running, but I guess maybe with all the comms that they were having, the IGL, maybe shouting at distance, I don't really know what was happening. But the Legion managed to get up there completely undetected, and he was one of the 2 people that made a big difference in that push. 2 players right off the bat, off of Armada, just taken out. That was within, I'm pretty sure it was within 60 seconds, if not 30. That kind of lost them the round, and after because at that point you have so much pressure on your back, you don't really have the time to go for the drones. You need the picks, and you need to be able to push on the site fast enough to get a plant down without being pressured by 5 different people. So, ooh, Legend actually sees Bandit's feet, he goes for a shot, doesn't hit anything. That's a cheeky one. You don't see it used very often, but anyway, sorry, I got off track. But yeah, after those 2 picks, They had so much pressure on their backs that they couldn't really slow down. They needed to make moves and they needed to do everything fast so they wouldn't be kinda, I don't know, like, what was that? Barracuda gets a peek on a trendy. That's kind of revenge from last round, but yeah, they needed to kind of step it up. And it seems like they're gonna be making up for last round from this round. They're gonna get the first pick, and that's gonna be Zofia, as well as the Thatcher taken out already. And this is seeming a bit familiar to last round. Whoa, that's a misclick or something. That was a nice shot on the wrong team. CZ taking the head off of his own teammate. That's unfortunate, but we see the Capital going down, and this smoke is probably not leaving this box anytime soon because of that.
Yeah, things are pretty much falling apart for Powerhaus this round. They getting taken out by the heavy roam, and there's a big roam game by Red Tower and Meeting. And once they saw that, I don't think they should have challenged it. They should have just tried to push for the laundry, which they are now. But that would have forced the roamers to come push them instead of them trying to confront the roamers. However, Legend is going to take down Nian, and Shadow is going to kill Legend for the refrag. And Barracuda is going to finish it off by taking down CZ with the Scorpion Evo. You can say it's a nerf, but I don't believe it's so.
I don't think anyone believes it, to be honest. I don't think anyone thought that nerf was actually a nerf.
No, it was more so a tap on the wrist.
Yeah, he's like,
or a slap on the wrist.
Do that again, Ella. Quit it, cut it out. And then
yeah.
she's like, I'm a strong, independent white woman. And she goes around killing everyone still, so you can't really leash her like that. Ubisoft. But yeah, that round, that attack side from Powerhaus. I don't know. That was a bit weak. We saw basically what happened last round. I guess they didn't drone. I don't know, but you saw two people yet again instantly die, and two people from the attack. This time it was the Zosha. Okay, that was a good peek by the Ella, playing Ella how you're supposed to be Ella, being really aggressive, peeking outside of Red Tower, and getting the pick onto the Zosha that was sitting on the balcony right there.
Bomb located by
Maybe she had some info. That was good. That was good communication by the team after the last round, which actually happened. But that was the first pick. The second pick was actually the Thatcher. We didn't actually get to see that, so I'm curious how they got that pick. That pick. Excuse me. But vaguely familiar to the last attacking round by the opposite team. Two of the attackers instantly got picked off, and this is something that can't really be happening if these teams really want to win their attack rounds, unless they're gonna keep training rounds in this first map here of Oregon. Which, I mean, at that point, it just depends on the coin flip of the overtime, which isn't really fun to see, but we're gonna see if Armada here can actually step it up in this attack. We're gonna see Legend get droned out, and Buck knows exactly where he is, goes for the shotgun, gets it. That's the first pick. That is a wonderful start for Armada in this round. The first pick going to the attack the first round in quite a while, I might say. And unfortunately, Barracuda not getting the angle onto the player above him. And speaking of, that's two refrags coming from CZ and not loading onto both Barracuda and Mincy as they look down to the floor. Ironic that the Buck gets killed from roof holes after he makes one just to, again, get peeked by it. That ACOG not really serving him too well as he's going for pretty much point-blank shots above him. I think it was actually the ACOG that kind of blocked his vision of the player that was above him. I'm not sure exactly who that was. It might have been not loading, actually.
Yeah, it was a nice job by Barracuda to get a kill with the skeleton key shotgun. However, he was attacked by the defenders through the floor, which is kind of awkward for Buck, considering that he's meant for opening floors, but it's a two-way pass, so it can also hinder you as well.
Exactly.
And it looks like Loading's going to be playing from in classroom underneath the master, and it looks like someone is well aware that he's under there, so they're going to be trying to deal with him. Oh no, don't think they know Loading is underneath.
I don't think they know.
So if they're going to be trying this bathroom closet push on the site, they're going to get met by a Legion here who's playing from underneath. They also have the Babes from Smoke holding that off as well. So they're trying to stall this out as long as possible with under a minute left. However, Loading's going to get taken down by Patrick through the floorboards. And Patrick's got to kill Flog as well. CZ taking down Nian. Patrick getting another kill on the CZ. It's 30 seconds left. 2-on-1. It's all up to Trendy to hold down sight. The fuse is going down. And Shadow's going to take out Trendy for the round win.
That's the first attack win in quite a while. Well done to Armada. That was a clean attack. I'm surprised. Okay, so I was kind of surprised that they either heard or saw the Legion down there. Maybe it was lucky by the thermite. He just kind of looked at his feet. Maybe there was something on his shoe or something. But he looks down through the holes in the floor and he notices that Legion just quite it's pretty convenient for him that he was right under his shoes. But unfortunate for not loading. He was holding that down fairly well, but the timing got the best of him. And as soon as he had line of sight on any of the attackers, that ACOG just managed to win that fight, I guess, through the floorboards, which was unlucky for loading the cities. But that attack started out really well and it ended really well. They managed to get a pick on actually, was that? I'm kind of brain farting right now. I apologize. Was that this round or last round that they got a pick first?
Actually, Armada got a pick first with the buck.
That's right. So yeah, it did start out well. Well, yeah. It was good play by Armada, and they managed to finish out the round. They kind of got stalled out in Master for a bit, but they did manage to make it work. They just got the picks afterwards. I think it was even man count until Legion got extremely unlucky and got peeked by the thermite with an ACOG. That ACOG could fit, or I say fit through. It's kind of a weird verb to use in that case, but that ACOG had not as tight of an angle and a better line of sight onto the Legion than vice versa. So that pick kind of started the disaster, and by the time they had control of Master, they could plant, and Bandit knew that he couldn't do anything but push at that point, because after they get the plant down, that retake's basically impossible. And he either aces, or not aces, he either gets 3 picks now and stops plant, or he gets 3 picks later, which admittedly is much more difficult, and he didn't manage to get the pick onto the person watching this hallway. And that was what ended the round, the Blackbeard.
Yeah, we're seeing. Yeah, not much you can do against Blackbeard in that situation.
Oh, whoa! Bandit getting lit up through the wall, kind of getting tracked by the Thatcher of not loading. And there's the trick coming out from Shadow. Well done by the Bandit juggle. And he's just gonna run off. He picked up the charge and kind of just booked it.
Well, knowing it was Hibana, they probably stopped the one charge and may have gotten the second one, so there might be only one Hibana charge left as Barracuda takes out Trendy. Now it's 5-on-4, 5-on-3 now. Barracuda gets another kill on the CZ. Ella doing Ella things, was killing everyone. And
you were right. There was one Hibana charge left, and he just turned into 0. And Shadow gets another pick on that loading, and yet another pick on the Legend. What?
He's just going off right now.
He's doing Ella things out the butt. Like, he's not stopping. He's gonna go for the pre-fire on this player. Okay, Minty's gonna get a peek from behind. That was just the attack. That was a fast attack. They got straight into Master. Thatcher the wall. Hibana charge going off, and the defense was just as fast to respond. Everyone just collapsing. The Hibana charges got denied instantly by the Bandit, well called out, and well tricked by the Bandit. And then a pick happened in Garage, second pick happened, third pick, everyone just died, and the defense just went all out. They said, you're going fast, we're going faster. We're one step ahead of you guys. Every single move you make, we know where you are, and we have the info, and we're gonna act upon it. That's exactly what they did. You saw
attackers need to locate
the Ella just literally, she just knew where everyone was. She got a pick on the Garage. She got a pick outside of Garage with the run out for the Hibana. That was like, she's just laying there being completely innocent, and the Ella just going like, hi, and then she's gone. And then she comes back into Garage, gets another pick above her. That was. I don't know how she made that shot, but God, Barracuda, you're just nuts, dude. Like, that was through the floor panels after Zosha knows where she is because I'm pretty sure she got detected, or she had to. And then the Ella managed to look up first before the Zosha managed to look down. The Zosha had line of sight, and the Ella's just like, I'm better than you. And then Zosha died. But The Blackbeard being left last alive, they knew he was on big window, and what are you gonna do to a Blackbeard on big window? Well, peek him from behind. He's no shield on the back of his head, thank goodness. At least he can do something.
Yeah, and Powerhouse is up against the wall. They're getting dismantled here on Oregon. They only have 1 round win the show for anything. And it's match point right now, so they're going to have to start playing if they want to have the chance to go to overtime here. And I see CZ roaming with the M10. This is going all in. He's going to kill Barracuda, but Minty's going to get the refrag and take him out as well. So it's 4-on-4. It was a nice trade getting rid of the buck, but was it worth it? Just 2 minutes left still, so it was pretty early in the round, and Legends right around the corner by Showers. And Shadow has very little health left as Legend gets to kill onto Minty. Or a minute into the round, and it looks like Legends is going to be chilling here in the bathroom and just waiting for anyone to push him. Shadows is going to be holding this upstairs angle, but no one is going to be pushing him at all.
You see, you said they need to step it up, and that's exactly what they have done. Albeit, this Twitch is at 1 H. I'm pretty sure the number on his HUD actually says 1. Like, I'm not lying when like I say 1 HP a lot when I'm casting. That usually means okay, they're gonna die to 1 bullet. But in this case, she actually has 1 HP. Like, just literally 1 HP. The defense went. We don't want to lose 1-4, and we're gonna step it up. Not Loading gets another pick on a Nianino, and now it's basically 4v1. Let's be honest. You breathe on the Twitch, and she's dead. Like, you have Patrick at full health with Hibana, admittedly a very capable operator. However, he's up against 4, yet again, very capable players, and one of them being an Ella might as well be a 2v18 at this point. But no one except for CZ just charging in with that shotgun, balls deep. He gets the pick on the buck, gets traded out, but every single other person on the attack ends up getting lit up. Well, okay, not everyone. Patrick is still alive. Maybe not long to be as Legend is spotted out in the bathroom. But it is an Ella versus Hibana. Ella goes for the pre-fire. Doesn't hit any. Oh, he actually does hit stuff. He lights up Patrick to half, and Patrick actually manages to get the frag onto the Ella after the pre-fire. He's going to be stunned. They're going to have the info on him, though. So we're going to see if they can hunt him down, actually. Trendy manages to do so. It's Patrick down. 1 health of the Twitch. Not to be as Flog takes that last kill, secures the round, and that is only 2 rounds for Powerhouse Origins. They have to do this 3 more times.
Well, 2 more times if they want to go overtime.
Yeah, but oh, you're correct. I thought I was still in the mindset that they were 1-4. That was a pretty major. That was a big win for them, mainly because they run match point or map point, if I might specify. So that was a big win. That pushes the momentum back in their favor, or at least it stops the momentum of Armada after the Ella just went absolutely mad and just killed everyone that last round.
Attackers need to
They have to stop Barracuda from doing that this time. Barracuda had every single piece of info from the defending team, and likely he's gonna continue to have that info, as we can see Armada to be a very capable team, although they've lost both their game. We didn't actually talk about that before, but these 2 teams are fairly new to the invite series. Powerhouse is 2-1. They've won 2 and they've lost 1. Of course, these are all best of 3s, so they've technically won at least 4 maps and lost just like 2 or so. 2. I'm pretty sure, yeah, 2. And Powerhouse. Did I say that right? Is this Powerhouse? I don't know. I'm briefing.
Powerhouse was 2-1.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, exactly. Armada,
Attackers recovered the bomb.
contrary to what you see here, they're actually 0-2. They haven't won a single best of 3 in the invite series, and they're trying to make this the first one very clearly. Now, this first map is actually Powerhouse's pick, and they're losing 2-4 on it. So I'm curious to see how Armada perform on their chosen map of Border, if they're this confident on this map, and this effective actually. Like, they just know. They have info to no end. They're like psychic on this map. Barracuda had, I'm pretty sure, in his ears, he wasn't sound whoring at all. Like, he didn't use oral info last round. He just had his teammates just screaming at him. Like, every single one of the enemy's positions at all times. That was amazing communication by their team. And Shadow is going to get a pick on a flog. They just know everything. These roamers do all the work for them. And they prove you even more right as saying that this map is dependent on the roam game, because that's basically what's been winning the round. Is the roamers have just killed everyone over and over and over again. That's what's been working for Powerhaus, and that's what Armada is doing, Barracuda is doing, everything. And then you have the Bandit and the Jaeger for them, also holding off. This time you see them, actually, 3 of them holding a meeting. So it's going to be quite the task for any of these attackers to take the site without 3 players above all 3 speeds collapsing on them. And we actually see Ash having a little peek on down the attic, down the ladder. I don't think we're going to see any of the defenders peek up there. They're not that greedy for kills. And they have to know she's up there too, because she's roaming.
Yeah, the roam game, it really shows here on Oregon. I mean, roaming is really important on most maps, but here on Oregon, it really contests to see which teams roam the best and how long they can stall out for in the rounds. As you see, CZ taking out Neon and Barracuda, killing CZ for the refrag. Just under a minute left. It's 4-on-3 in favor of Armada. Now 4-on-2 as Barracuda gets another kill on the loading. Patrick is able to take down Legend, and they're able to win here on Oregon 5-2, beating Powerhouse Origins on the first map.
That was very quick. That was like, what, 20 minutes? That was a 20-minute game. Armada, that, like, what do you say to that? Are we in Brazil? I feel like we're casting Brazilian matches so fast. Armada just absolutely dominating on that map. While it was 5-2, all their wins were like, everything happened, and they just won. Like, they won a round, then they won around, then they lost around, then they won around. Everything was like chop chop. They didn't waste any time. Their drone clear was at times lackluster, and then every other time it was beautiful. And then their info on the defending side, it was beautiful. Their roam game was beautiful. Everyone held each other's back. There was no angle not being watched by the defenders. As you saw, they had full control over blue as well from up top. So while CZ did manage to get a kill on one of the players in sight, LM managed to get the refrag actually through the wall as they had the info on that. They had every angle covered. They had perfect defenses for Oregon. And it just kind of scares me to see what they're going to do on border, as it seems like they're already strong on Oregon. I don't know if they kind of let Powerhouse pick the map just to get their hopes up. Maybe they thought that, oh, Armada they don't really have the skill set or maybe the strats to work on Oregon, but they clearly did. They had every single angle possible under control. And those couple rounds that they lost, I'm guessing were due to, I don't know, just them being a bit more lax. Maybe they thought that, okay, Powerhouse really can't handle us, and they kind of they got a bit too relaxed, like, and they just gave in just a bit, and they realized that they couldn't do that, so they kind of buckled in. Everyone just they anchored, which is ironic to say that, because the people that did that were upstairs above the bomb site anchoring there. And it worked. Like, they held their angles. They didn't give anything up. None of them got lazy at the end. You saw that, they lost a player. They lost a gunfight. That happens. But they got a refrag instantly, and then everyone else collapsed from inside the site to outside, which is interesting.
Alrighty, so it looks like we're going to be starting here on border momentarily. Map number 2. And yes, we're starting right now, so you guys can all see. And it's up to Powerhouse Origins to win here on border. They won't have a chance to go to map number 3. Otherwise, Armada, if they win this one, they will win 2-0 over Powerhouse Origins.
They want to break their losing streak, I can tell, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to, because that was a mind-blowingly one-sided affair from the first map. The couple of times they lost was just negligence. You know, they got too lazy, they got too relaxed, and they just were like, okay, we don't need to check these spots. Like the Harry Potter, like, who sits there, you know? Of course, it is a call out, so occasionally you're gonna find like a random player, maybe just, oh, they're just gonna be there like on the off chance you're gonna check it, but like they got lazy. They lost a couple players in that round, so they're like, okay, we're gonna make the most of our time. We're not gonna go in the spots they're not usually gonna be in, which admittedly no one's usually in Harry Potter. You're usually playing the mirror window, it's behind it, right? Or deeper into sight so that you can watch the area that Harry Potter actually kind of is occupying at the same time. But in that case, they had a player there, just on the off chance they had a really off angle, and they didn't check it, so they kind of got picked. And well done by the defense Powerhouse in that round, but every other round was solid, rock solid. And this being Border, a much older map, I'm gonna expect all these players on Armada are very seasoned. They have been around for a long time, and they're all very good, both ranked, competitive, and they're just wonderfully talented players, each individually, and as you can see, as a team as well. They have really good communication when they get to it, and their team play is just beautiful. Look at that Basher and that Ash busting open that door together. It's Ash with the quick peeks down the hallway. Their mechanical skill is flawless, pretty close to as Ash tries to shoot the camera, and this team is just they're so together. Everything about them is so prepared. And this Ash is actually all the way down the main hall. She's pushed up to the connector, gets a pick on a CZ. That's the mirror down. She's peeking through main hallway through that little off angle through the metal detectors, and Barracuda gets a grenade on the not loading. That is their Valkyrie down. They're making this push very efficiently, getting 2 picks within the span of a minute. And Vlog and Trendy, they want to save this round. They get refragged, and it's 2 minutes left, and it's 3v3. Make that a 3v2 as the Ella gets taken out. Nino with a wonderful shot on a legend. He's not going to be able to do anything with that fragging operator on the defense. 1 minute 46 left. This is over half the round left. And 5 players have already been taken off the board. 3 defenders and 2 attackers. Two very strong fraggers on the attacking side and 1 on the defense, and 2 utility operators. But that is a C4 as well as it's 2 C4s off the board. I'm hoping Mute has one, so they have 1 left, and then they have smoke, so they have plant denial. But that is 2 of the 3 C4s, and a good portion of their plant denial off the board for the defenders. And the attackers have plenty of time to make this execute happen. They're droning out Vlog. They know exactly where he is. And he's actually the only person on site. His teammate Trendy isn't actually there to help him out. He's going to get lit up to 1 health and taken out by Patrick. Trendy gets a refrag, however, onto the same player. And he's left with the defuser, actually. He managed to get... That was lucky from him. The Buck's going to go out for a frag grenade. Trendy's going to miss all his shots, and he's going to run out of ammo. That's unfortunate. Nino is going to finish off that round by taking him out. Trendy with a bit of potato on the last couple kills there. Admittedly, there's a bit of smoke in the sight, so I'm not surprised he didn't see him cross over, but that was just unlucky from him. I feel like if he had hit a couple more shots, he could have clutched that round out, as he did drop the defuser when getting that refrag on his teammate. But it was 1v2, and the efficiency of Armada just made it so that they had all the time in the world to know where everything was in the bomb site. They know where the smoke was. They can collapse on him perfectly, which they did. He ended up dying, and while he did get refragged, like the 2 players left had just flawless coordination. They peeked him at the right times, and while Buck did have a nade out at the wrong time, you couldn't capitalize on that to be able to turn that into a 1v1 and make that a very much more winnable situation. Kind of unlucky from him, but again, I mean, everyone could hit this, you know, so I'm not going to completely blame him. But that is a round already on the board for Armada, so that is not good news for Powerhaus, as this is Armada's map. And they're actually running a very... This is a... You don't see this mirror ran very often, but when you do, usually the teams really know what to do with it. This mirror can watch over her own entrance and security, it can watch over fountain, it can watch over office, it can watch over basically everything. And I don't know, I like to call it the Penta mirror, because they're kind of the ones who invented it. But
attackers have recovered their...
Yeah, interesting to see that they're using impact holes for the openings there, the watch with the black mirror. And usually when you place that mirror there, you're usually having a significant hold there. It looks like they're only going to have 1 player there, which is the Ella. So see how well she holds that off. Oh, and Legend almost getting a pick onto Bandit. That's Shadow playing as Bandit. And then he's going to be entering East Stairs here without contention. He's going to have to worry about that black mirror at the end of the hallway at CC. However, it looks like Barracuda is trying to get a pick onto CZ. He's chasing him down. He might do a run out. He's thinking about it, but he won't do it just yet. CZ is well aware of it now. So he got brought down to more than half health. And it looks like Barracuda's just going to hold down the CC pretty successfully so far. And as long as they hold that down, they're going to have a pretty successful round, because it pretty much shuts down East Stairs access or gives them a call out for that. And it is reinforced, however, he is going to have an angle into Fountain. I think it's more of a information mirror being used here other than just trying to pick off anyone.
You're not wrong, but if Minty's a good enough shot, he can definitely get killed.
Yeah, you can definitely go for it.
Like, you're completely right when you say it completely shuts down the top hallway, because it does. If they run down that, they have a long stretch to go down, and the Mint can just, he doesn't even have to fast speak, he just kind of leans a bit lazily over the side and he just clicks left mouse and they just die because they have no cover. That's such a strong mirror window, and they're not, what I'm kind of surprised about, they're not going underneath to try and contest it. Actually, you know what? There's a player underneath. I'm not exactly sure who it is.
Yeah, it's Patrick playing as Pulse. And it looks like CZ's might kind of try to contest Patrick here. He's in tellers and he's going to try to work his way to Workshop. And it looks like they're keying into attacking the basement here. And if they're able to take this basement, they'll get them access to metal stairs and get access to this bandit playing on the mirror. It looks like they're just going to go straight for sight, actually. Barracuda killing Trendy. That's the first kill of the round with 50 seconds left. And it looks like Flogs is going to be holding angles here on the AC window. Legend's still upstairs. So it looks like Origins are pretty scattered right now with only 30 seconds left on the clock. Legend's going to get a kill on the Barracuda. Right from a rotation there. And it looks like everyone's just going to be trying to fall back to sight. For the most part, Minty's still off as 20 seconds left. He's going to get killed on the Patrick. And Vigil is on the late room with 15 seconds left. Ian is going to kill Legend.
10 seconds to go.
And looks like Lody's going to make his entrance, killing Ian. And Shadow is just going to get killed. And Minty sitting above, waiting for the defuse to go down. And he looks like he's going to be able to get the kill. He gets the kill with the knife to end the round. That was a good defensive hold by Armada, and they're able to waste a lot of time that round. And it looks like Powerhaus was just trying to enter in last second and it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, Powerhaus they didn't know what to do. It was so clear. They saw the mirror, and that thing just kind of butter knifed right through their plans. They had no idea how to deal with that mirror window. They didn't think about going downstairs. They didn't think about ashing from underneath. They didn't think about bucking from underneath. They just left the player in the mirror there the entire round. He kind of played a K9 on defense. We saw the Blackbeard playing a K9 in attack on the vent units outside on the balcony. But at that point, like, he's kind of just a moot player because none of the players on the defense need to move. They have this entire top floor control with the mirror window. No one pushing the mirror. And then they just kind of sat there and AFK'd for 2 minutes. And they're like, okay, we should do something. So we all decided to push site. Hibana's gonna go in. Hibana the bathroom, and they just tried to brute force it, and that just doesn't work because there's a reason that the defenders hold from upstairs is to do a retake strat, and that's exactly what they did. They, admittedly, they got a bunch of trades. It ended a 1v1. Like that was, you can't get more trading than that. Everyone traded out. But they stalled out for so long with that top floor mirror and the top floor hold. They just didn't push it, and they didn't have enough time to go for the plant. If Hibana had just a couple more seconds either to get a plant down, or maybe to fake a plant and kind of bait out the Vigil from upstairs, she might have been able to clutch that round out in a 1v1. But you can't just sit there as an attacker. Like, that's what happens. You sit there, you get stalled out by a mirror. Like, there's no counter-stratting that. Well, no, there is, they just didn't do it. And they just they stalled out these stairs, and they just they AFK'd. And at that point, it's like, it is definitely good, well set up by the defenders, well anchored, is everything. It was good play. They had nothing wrong with their defense. It was just the fact that the attackers just kind of stalled out, and we see yet again Barracuda's not going to actually get the first pick. He's going to get a refrag after Minty gets picked off on his own team. but they're gonna have both major fraggers on both the attack and the defense off the board by 1 minute. And this last roamer.
Looks like Loden's getting harassed by drones right now. He's gonna get picked off by Barracuda. So that's all the roamers gone. Now it's 4-on-3 with 3 site players left. It looks like Barracuda's gonna cook a grenade. Will it connect? Oh, it looks like he almost hit
That was close.
Flog there, but I guess it just didn't do enough damage or something just didn't work out there. But you really saw that the roam game was just didn't really work there for Origins. They got picked off really fast with a successful drone game. And I think that's what these rounds are really coming down to for the most part. It looks like Powerhaus is just not really knowing what to do on most of their attacks. As you saw there, they're pretty much split up for the most part. I think the correct way to attack last round was to just enter into CC and try to take that mirror so you have access to the top stairs.
Yeah,
Or top floor. But you're gonna see CZ go for the C4 kill. He's gonna get power rushed by Nian, but it's not gonna work out for him as he gets met by the knife. Shadow's gonna be sitting here on AC. Not gonna really see anyone, but he's gonna cut off any rotations that may happen. CZ's gonna be trying to fountain as long as possible. It's all good. You got 40 seconds left in the round. Patrick trying to hold this long angle from the east balcony. CZ's gonna get contested, but he's not gonna get pushed out just yet. With only 25 seconds left. Looks like there's gonna need to be a push here. Patrick.
To go some shots on the mirror. Gets her lit up to about. It's about like 16 HP. She's still standing though, and one of the attackers actually gets down in B site. It's a 3v2. However, it's actually a 2v2 as they don't know that Shadow's down 2v1 actually. Patrick's going for the play. He's gonna stick it. Not gonna happen though. Flog's gonna get the final 3 kills. One of them being a downed player in the form of Shadow. But he's gonna rush on in with that Ibana. And speaking of stalling out, I guess our Powerhaus aren't the only ones with that kind of issue, as we saw a 3v3 in that round last, like, what, 1 minute, 1.5 minutes? That was a while. They just kind of sat there. The Buck couldn't decide what to do. He just kind of he butt his head against the mirror for an entire minute. They're having a floor fight, and none of them were having any success one way or the other. And everyone, that was an interesting. I laughed as soon as that Thatcher kind of just bum rushed the mirror, because I don't know what you're thinking at that point. The mirror's gonna peek out. She actually hip fired the Thatcher down. It's kind
Attackers
of
need to locate
but
and defuse as many
that
bombs
was an
as they
interesting
can.
just kind of face checking that mirror. They didn't. I don't understand what they're thinking with that push. Like, they're so coordinated some of the time, and then that round it seems like they just kind of shut off. All their communication died, and they played 1v5, or technically 1v3, because there was only 3 players alive most of the round. Both the roamers getting picked off, but the attackers didn't capitalize on that. They just kind of sat there, and they sat there, and they sat there, and
10 seconds remaining.
there's some more. Sadly, they sat there.
5 seconds
Buck,
to insertion.
admittedly, he was doing something. He was being active. He was challenging the mirror from the floor. But I don't know if he ran out of buck shots
Attackers
or
are
what. He
moving
just
out to
didn't.
locate a bomb and defuse it.
He didn't push the mirror out anymore. They just kind of, he looked through the holes that he had already made, and the mirror just kind of, she anchored. She didn't need to peek. She doesn't need to get herself killed. And that's what exactly what she didn't do. She didn't get herself killed. She stayed alive that entire round, and they wasted so much time with the mirror inside office as well, or the mirror window inside office, I should specify, and the mirror sitting inside the office site actually, and they just completely stalled out. The former 2K, now Armada, and that kind of surprises me, as most of their pushes are pretty perfect. Trendy getting a nice pick on a Barracuda, but that flick, this little flick of the wrist as Barracuda runs back in the front door. I think that was back in the front door. That was the events. But Trendy getting lit up to about 25 health. The Ella and Barracuda is actually going to be off the boards, and they're not going to have their major fragger available to them. And yet again, this is the first pick within the first minute of the round.
Attackers
This is
recovered the bomb
fast
diffuser.
game between these two teams. Like, all of these guys want to be efficient, and they're mostly being. Minty gets a pick on a legend.
Bomb located by
That's their
attackers.
Ash down. And that, yet again, is both major fraggers down within the first half of the round for both of these teams. That is interesting that this tends to happen every single time. But Trendy getting a pick on the knee and, you know, getting refragged by Shadow, looking to the floor, actually. That's the Buck, as well as the Mirror down. These are fast games. These two teams are efficient. They don't like to waste time. They just do everything. And it seems to work one way or the other for one of these teams. And I'm kind of curious whether we're going to see a 3v3 last the entire minute of the round yet again. But I'm sure that Powerhaus know that their demise has been just getting stalled out by the rest of the defenders after picking up the roamers, which is kind of what they've done. I'm pretty sure Nina wasn't roaming, but they got a nice pick on the site, and they have to go for some kind of push in this last minute, coordinate something so that they don't just run in blind like Armada did last time on their mirror windows.
Well, you can see here they're going for the armory push here. They know someone's behind the half wall. Vlog is narrowing in. He has the shield in front of him. It's going to help him out as he gets a headshot on the Shadow. And he's able to call fame, rotates, and he misses the shots on the Minty there with only 30 seconds left. It's coming down to the wire here. Minty's going to get flashed out. And it looks like they're going for the defuse right now. That's a great angle by Vlog, and he's able to shut down anyone that happens to make a push. Patrick is going to miss his shots as CZ's going to get killed on Patrick, and Minty's going to take down Loading. It's now 2-on-1. Minty at very low health, and he's going to get taken out by CZ. So Powerhaus is able to win that attack round despite losing their Ashe very early. You can kind of expect to lose Ashe first in most scenarios, but that's why I kind of go as long as possible. But they had the right operators for that push. They had Flog there with the Blackbeard to watch the angle, and then they had Hibana to open up anything, and then they had Thatcher. So they didn't really lose any key parts there for that push. But I think the most important one was Flog as Blackbeard, because he had the unfair advantage with his Delta shield in the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the enemies are going to kind of be complaining about that, because I think Bandit actually got a shot off onto his face. But unfortunately, it was indeed a Blackbeard, and that didn't actually count for anything. So if it was anyone but a Blackbeard, Flog would have gotten that pick. Likely would have won the round for their team, as they would have no one to watch that angle. Instead of a 3v or 3v2 in the attackers, 2v3 instead. And yeah, the attackers, Powerhaus, they pulled it out. They managed to do it. They buckled down and said, "We're gonna do this. We're gonna coordinate an attack." Blackbeard, watch the angle. Hibana, go plant. They forced the plant out. The Blackbeard had the angle watched. Although, yeah, he missed the shots on the Jaeger. It was a bit of a potato. But at the end of the day, he managed to get the kills onto the last pushing players. And that was well coordinated. That was really impressive by Powerhaus. And they got out of that cycle of being slowed down. Their IGL, I'm not exactly sure who the IGL of Powerhaus is, but well done to them in that round. He got their team, he leashed them up, he rounded them up, and he but trying my best here. That round was kind of flawless from them at the end. They lost a player due to a refrag at the end of the round. That was after they got the plant down though, so their execution at the end, they did that really well. And I don't know, I just didn't see many things go wrong with that, as we see Minty rushing on in, doing Ashe things, unfortunately getting refragged by the Ella doing Ella things. She's gonna jump on out, get two more, no, not two. Thank goodness the Hibana managed to get the refrag on her. On the lighting, she gets lit up to about half HP by the Ella, performing Ella things in response to the Ashe doing what she does best as well, unfortunately not getting any frags in her case. I apologize, but on my screen's actually the screen's actually gotten a bit pixely.
Yeah, it's a little hard to see right now, but it looks like the recipe for Powerhaus winning is trying to take down Barracuda as fast as possible, and it's doing so without losing many operators in the process, because when it comes down to like one-on-one scenarios or just low number operator scenarios late in the round, it looks like Powerhaus seems to have like a slight edge in most of the scenarios. As you see CZ go down, losing his Black Mirror. See if he's able to get picked up or not. I'm not sure who got the kill there. You saw Shadow getting the kill on the, I believe,
not loading. I think.
Not loading. Yeah, it's a little hard for us to see right now, but just a minute left in the round, just about. And it looks like CZ able to get picked up, and he's just gonna sit on site. And it's a 2-on-3 now in favor of Powerhaus. So if they're able to hold down this site here, they're going to get a successful hold. And it looks like they're just going to have to try to jump down the hatches, which is always a bad idea for the attackers in a scenario like this where everyone's just holding angles. And it's something you really don't want to contest. As Trinity goes down, you should have probably just gone back to site or try to hold an angle in customs maybe. Just the watch for the hallway flank. But 40 seconds left. Now it's 2-on-2, so anything can happen here. Just don't really want the attackers to go down the hatches. It looks like they're going to go down the stairs instead. So they're going to have a fighting chance here. So just all dropping in. Looks like we have Patrick and Shadow left. And Shadow is able to get another kill. So it's up to CZ to hold down site. It was a 3-on-2, now it's a 2-on-1.
Ooh.
CZ gonna get a kill. He gets 2 and he's able to get the diffuser. Great clutch by CZ there to able to give Powerhaus the lead. I believe that's our first lead here in the series, so they're able to go up 3-2 here on border. I didn't really get to see how that kill went down, but it was pretty swift.
CZ getting 2 quick frags, one in the Hibana after that quick peek. That was a beautiful shot. And then getting the pick on the defuse planter. That, I mean, the attackers managed to turn that from a 3v2 against them into a 2v1 for them. But the Hibana losing that gunfight, I guess kind of lost them the round as the defuser had just went down and the animation from rigging the gun up, I'm expecting that hadn't actually completed yet. And what happened was that the timing was perfect for that mirror. She peeked, got the first pick, and then the second pick was kind of free at that point because the gun had been brought up, and that was unlucky by the defuse planter.
Attackers
But
need
well
to
done for the
locate
mirror
and defuse
for
as
clutching
many
that
bombs
round
as
out.
they can.
And I gotta say, that was a very important one because the smoke and the mute, I don't want to say through, but the mute, I'm interested the reason he peeked that top floor angle. Like, he was sitting safe in armory. I don't think they knew where he was, and he peeked that anyways. And if he'd gotten the frag, that would have been just fine, but he didn't. He actually got picked off. And that was a lot less pressure on the attackers, the last 2 alive, with a 2v2 instead of a 2v3. If you have a 3v2 in that situation, and you're defending with that kind of time crunch, then making yourself unknown and hiding, basically camping on site somewhere, or even off site, that mute could have just stayed in armory until the end of the round. You put so much like paranoia into the heads of the attackers. They have everywhere to look, and although yeah, Twitch did end up droning at the end there, that's probably because she had the she breathed a big sigh of relief after she got the pick on the mute, and for some reason he actually peeked. But that was unlucky, a slight potato on Mute's part, but no, at the end of the day, I don't think the Mute should have ended up peeking in the first place because he just sits there. Again, the attackers are scared. I don't think Twitch would have actually gone for the drone and let him damaged by.
I believe that was CZ, yes.
That's unfortunate, but we do have the lead now. Even though that stuff happened last round, well done to the Mira for clutching it out, and a bit of team damage coming out in this round, but that's alright at the moment. They have managed to get actually completely stairs control. Trendy is going to be shooting into CCTV with Thermite at the bottom of these stairs, shooting into customs. They have they have an anchor point now. They have a beachhead. This is what they need. They're both of the attacking rounds lost so far, or all of them actually, from both maps, from both teams, have basically been the attackers getting a beachhead and just sitting on that beachhead. And now Powerhaus have the beachhead and they're doing something about it. He's already getting that wall open, that long angle all the way from east balcony. They're making a push. They're not just standing there, and this is so important for them. Although both of their teammates have actually gotten damaged, and there's been actually no damage going to the defenders in this situation. They've got to push down. That's the first step. And the next step is getting picks, and that's where we have to see something happen now. We have not loading holding angle in the hallway. Looking away at seemingly the wrong time, but there's a minute left. 5v5, but the execution's happening. They're getting all their walls that they need open. And unfortunately, as I thought they would have something done, which they kind of do. Shreddy gets a kill on a Barracuda. That's their top fragger yet again down. Flog is DVNO right now, getting it picked up. So it's going to be still a 5v4 in favor of Powerhaus. This is important for them. They have 35 seconds left for this round gone. This round has gone so fast. Legend's going to get a frag grenade on the Shadow. That's the Bandit dead. And Pulse is going to get that big Nitro, not going to hit anything, but get the frag on the Flog. Excuse me, I kind of combined the two words there. All of a sudden, it's become a 3v3. That was very fast. With 15 seconds left, another kill from the defenders. CZ's gonna go down. This is not good news. They had so much going for them. Their execution was great, but their frags were lackluster as they all get picked off at the end by Mincy. Armada ended up taking the first map 5-2. Rip was though. That's alright. We see Armada actually asking for a rehost here after winning that last round. I guess we're gonna. What is this? Oh, his ping. Yeah, yeah. I was kind of confused. 3-3 for both of these teams. They're neck and neck, as Slash has just mentioned. And
Yeah, so this can really just go like in either player's favor.
that's unfortunate. He still has like 180 ping.
There might be some connection issues there for on his side potentially.
Yeah, I think maybe buffer bloat or something like that. We're gonna see. I mean, he's getting. Admittedly, it's not working in his favor. The ping advantage isn't there. He's getting picked off every single round. I don't know if he's being nice and letting the enemy team do that, but yeah, he is actually getting picked off as both an attacker and well, okay, not as an attacker. I'm kind of. I get used to him being the fragger, but he's not actually the Ashman. He's the Buckling, and the Mint is the Ashman. We see both Ash and Ella getting fragged instantly on both attack and defense of both these teams. But as an Ella, he got taken out in like within the first 30 seconds of last round, so he didn't really do anything with that ping.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Yeah, so the rulebook. Both ESA and ESL say that you can't have over a certain number. I'm pretty sure it's like 120.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Find out. I'm getting a message from my our host here. So let's see. I'm gonna find the ESA rulebook real quick.
Out! Impact out!
If we can find the rulebook, or if I can find the rulebook, I should be able to.
Starting shot code!
Yes. So there should be something that mentions ping.
Well, anyway, while that is going on, we're gonna see Shadow get a kill on the loading with the F2. He's gonna get another kill on the Legend.
Bomb located by attackers.
He's able to take down Minty. But you see Shadows going off here as Twitch. Not really needing any Twitch drones at all, just going off with the F2, which is an excellent gun. CZ able to get another kill, that time on the Barracuda. So CZ getting some kills of his own, and he's roaming into Taylor's right now. And CZ getting one more kill, that's 3 for him this round. However, he's gonna get picked off, I believe, yes he will, by Patrick. That was a nice effort by CZ, but now it's a 2-on-2, which is halfway in the round. Now it's up to Patrick, and I can't quite see who is Twitch right now. I believe that's Minty, but now it's 2-on-2, and still plenty of time left on the clock here. You're gonna see Trendy and Flog still alive on Powerhaus.
That was an incredibly fast round. Like, I was looking up the rules and I found them actually, so I'll mention that in a second, but within half the round it turned into a 2v2. That's ridiculous. These two teams are so fast and so efficient. As you see, Shadow actually tossing his Twitch drone over that wall that was partially broken. Or actually, no, there's a gap at the top of the wall. That's my bad. But yeah, he tosses his Twitch drone over the gap in the wall, gets the Mira. Great Twitch play, great game sense to know that that is actually a thing that you can actually do that. But we're gonna see Flaw get lit up, or not lit up. They're gonna know he's here. They're gonna go for shots on him through the floor, but they're not gonna hit anything just yet. Kibana's gonna open up basically the entire wall behind him, get the pick on him after he pushes out. Well done by the Hibana. It's gonna turn into a 2v1. Is Bandit on Trendy? He's gonna have to clutch this out. And while this is very possible for him, there's 20 seconds left, and we have to see if Twitch is ready in this angle, and she is! She gets the pick on him. He expects it, but that ACOG wins out, and Trendy goes down. That is 1 round up. This is 4-3 right now for Armada Esports. And so Barracuda actually has 144 ping right now. So, okay, the ESA rules state that the maximum ping that anyone's allowed to have is 150 milliseconds. He is just under that, and it's spiking occasionally. Right now it's 179. So okay, so the ESA rule, this is literally what the ESA rules state. Max? Hold on. Well, I'm getting messages from our host here, but I will literally just go copy and paste this entire paragraph to Discord because there's a lot to say here.
Defenders, protect your
This is
bombs
near
from being
constant ping,
defused
not
by
just a
attackers.
spike. To be classified as constant high ping, the player's ping must stay above 150 for 10 seconds on 3 separate occasions. So right now we see that actually happening. He's at 162, 159. So this is not great news for him. So if a player's ping is over the limit, a remake of the lobby will be tried. We did try that, it didn't work. If the player still has a high ping, the lobby may be remade on another region. I think he's East Coast, but 150 is it's a bit much, admittedly. So,
10 seconds left.
okay, so there's actually a point that says any rounds played where a player has
5
a
seconds
high
left.
ping will be replayed, but unfortunately we're going to see that I don't think Barracuda is going to be
Attackers
able to fix
recover
this
the
issue
diffuser.
anytime
Attackers'
soon. I'm
objective
not
is to
exactly
locate
sure
a bomb
what
and
it
defuse
is,
it.
and I don't think he knows what it is either. But I'm pretty sure a couple of these rounds where he's at high ping, there's been at least like 2 or 3, because I noticed it at the beginning. I just didn't think to say anything because I thought it lasted like, I don't know, a couple of minutes, maybe someone was downloading something, but right now it seems to be just a bit chronic, which is unfortunate.
Mark wire set.
But yeah, either way, with him, he's actually gonna... I don't think he's had an impact on the game at all, honestly. Especially not now, as he gets lit up to the wall to about 5 HP. But he's gonna keep trying on here. They know exactly where he is. He's gonna try and rotate out, but he's not actually done anything to influence any of these rounds so far, or as of late, actually. He's gonna actually maybe get naded out here. Legend's gonna go for a couple frags. So this is gonna toss one up there after getting Ella mined. I don't think it's gonna find anyone. But Powerhaus here is trying to take control of the bottom floor. This is an armory defense, so
Loading mag.
they're a bit spread out here, admittedly. I'm kind of surprised knowing the previous push was so efficient. They managed to get all their office state kind of set up. This round they're going a tiny bit slow. We see Buck here underneath the site. He's in bathroom. I'm gonna expect he's gonna be looking into off. He's gonna get tagged up from the ceiling to about 30 HP. That was a strong gun, whatever that was. But a minute 17 left in the round. They're going for drones. They have the information on the bandit, and Thermite is not gonna go out. Question mark. Was that a Thermite? No, that couldn't have been a Thermite charge. I saw Thatcher charge go off. I think that might have been bandit trick. I'm not sure. There was a lot of VFX going on there, but yeah, this is not actually looking good for Powerhaus. Yet again, getting stalled out. Flog's gonna be sitting here on kind of a canine type position, not really moving. He's gonna be holding rotations, almost getting a pick onto the Mira as well as the bandit. Trendy's actually gonna get a headshot onto Shadow as the bandit goes down. The Jaeger goes down by CZ, and this is looking a bit better, although they have only 35 seconds left to make this push happen. Patrick's gonna get a refrag on a Trendy. Attackers right now, they have little to no time to make this push, and they only got picks on a couple players. Legend's gonna get a couple shots onto Patrick. CZ managed to finish him off. There's 20 seconds. Barracuda is a sliver of health, but if he can go for this flank, he could actually make an impact this time. Nianino is going to be the only one in sight. Barracuda is going to get one frag on not loading. He can get 1 health. He's still going to do something. Vaulting in through office. 3v1 as the Mira on site goes down, but the Ella is sitting behind them. 0 seconds. He has to go for some sort of push. He has to kill the defuse planter, and he's not going to get it in time. The defuse is going to go down, and they're going to know he's in office. He's going to be... He's ran in here, so the player is sitting at the canine position again. He's going to know he's there. And the Blackbeard's just going to patiently hold that angle. Wait for the Ella to cross. The Ella lays down and doesn't manage to get the drop shot, as it is a Blackbeard. The head was shot, but unfortunately for the Ella, the shield was there. And Flog gets the final kill to even up the score yet again. It is 4-4 for both the teams.
Alrighty, so it looks like Powerhouse able to bring it back a little bit here. I believe we're going to overtime actually. Yep, it's 4-4, so we're in overtime right now. And surprising thing, for most of the time on the attack, Origins, they're really having.
All right, so we're actually going to get back into this game. Unfortunately, Barracuda is not able to reconnect to the match. So Armada Esports has agreed to 4v5 the rest of this map. And we're going to see what happens. This is unfortunate for them, but as we do have a rule against 100, anyone with a ping of 150 and above, so we can't really circumvent that. There's no really special circumstance we can make for a certain player in that case, unfortunately. So yeah, so they're gonna have to go 4v5. I'm gonna guess they're losing on their Buck play. No, they're gonna lose that on someone else, whether that be a Twitch or a Buck. We're gonna see. But yeah, as the Buck main in the form of Barracuda has not able to reconnect or not able to solve his connection issues, more specifically, we're gonna see a 4v5 against
Attackers need to
Armada.
locate and defuse bombs.
I'm not too confident in their favor. This is overtime right now. The Powerhouse is taking the first round on the defense side. So hopefully he's gonna get to reconnect for that last map in case they lose this one, which seems fairly probable at this point. They're seeming. Their pushes are strong, but they seem to be needing all their 5 players for their pushes, as their defenses are stronger when they have less people, but their attacks, I don't know about that so much. But we're gonna see what they can do with a man deficit every single round from now on. There are only 3 rounds left for anyone to win in this case.
Attackers
But
recovered the bomb diffuser.
yeah, so
Attackers
just a
objective
bit
is
difficult to do.
Well, this is a huge break for Powerhouse Origins. Now they're up 1 player pretty much, and they're going to take full advantage of this opportunity that they're given here. And hopefully, well, they're hoping that they can win here on border. Now they're up, and I'd imagine they would want this advantage going to the map number 3 if they get that opportunity to. So I think they're looking good in their favor, but Armada not so much. And let's see if the Armada is able to combat that scenario that they're down 4v5. They're definitely gonna have to have some strong fraggers going off here. I know Barracuda is their main fragger and is trying to get the kill onto Minty, so now they're down 5v3 here in overtime. So this is another milestone they have to go through, and it's definitely not impossible. I've seen crazier things than that, but it's definitely not looking good. You're gonna see Ian going in with the Ying. He's flashing out with the Candelas, and he's able to get a kill on the Trinity. Flog's gonna take down Patrick, and Ian's gonna get Flog taken down. So it's now 2-1-3, halfway through the round, and he's going for the diffuser. Playing it right now is Ian right on him to watch main angles. And it looks like Origins are in no positions to really stop the diffuser, and you're gonna see loading or Legend go for the flank, and CZ is gonna finish off the round here as Legend gets the final kill and diffuser Shoga down. And you're seeing Origins winning this one here in overtime. So that's round I believe that's 9-1 by Origins.
Yes? Question mark? Yes, you're right. Since it is 4-4, now it is 5-4 in the favor of Powerhouse Origins. That was actually almost an attacking win. Well done by Armada to get it that close. They got the diffuser planted. They got 2 picks. Unfortunately, with that man disadvantage that Ella was able to get all the way around, she managed to shoot that Claymore without anyone watching their back. They had to have 1 planting, 1 watching the plant, and they had that perfect. They had the man like technically on site. They had an even man count, so they were able to get that plant down. However, Ella was able to get behind them. As we saw, no one watching. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Watching the behind in that case.
Attackers need to locate
So
and
that
defuse
one
as
man
many
disadvantage
bombs as they
definitely
can.
proving. It doesn't help. It really it does not help at all, and it actually hurt them a lot there. If they had one extra person, if that wasn't a 3v2 instead of 3v3, they might have had a flank watch, and Mia might not have been able to get around to get that final frag onto the Ying. And I mean, who knows? Maybe she would have gotten from the person inside that's behind the door. But I mean, at this point, we can't really tell. We're gonna see Powerhouse going one round up. They need, what is it, one more round to close out this map.
Yep, they need one more round win, so.
Yeah. Armada has looked stronger in the defense with less players, but at this point, I don't know how the momentum and how their mindset is gonna fit in with
Attackers objective
how
is
this
to
map
locate
is
the
going
bomb.
so far. They're down a round and they're down a man. This is not looking good.
Well, Armada has the same setup for every single defense, pretty much, and Powerhouse Origins really haven't cracked it that much. So it'd be interesting to see if they go for that armory push like I was talking about. And CC, it looks like Legends eyeing down CC right now. You're gonna have Ella sitting in there, but if they can get the whole team to push onto the monitors room, then it should clear that Minty out right there. And it looks like that's what they're trying to do. So if they will take down Minty, then it should give them easy access to Armory, should give them access to Site. So see how this works out for them. It's a little laggy for me right now. So and Minty's getting a couple kills there, I believe. It's a little laggy for me on my side.
It's alright. You see a couple refrag. There's the that's the Ash and the Bandit actually taken down. Bandit, I think the Bandit getting the kill on the Ash first, then refrag afterwards, but it's still a man disadvantage for the defenders at this point. And while Ella's actually fallen off of that mirror window, that very strong mirror window, holding the entire top floor hallway. She's now sitting in an office watching the off angle, just in case anyone decides to rotate through those rotation holes that they make to get a line of sight into office. Sadly for that Ella, no one's actually pushing from that side. They've gotten the right idea this time. They're going from behind the Ella, getting a pick on the admittedly a guy in sight and not the Ella herself. But they do have top floor armory control now, and this Ella is going to have to make some kind of impact. And she does, in fact, that. Blackbeard goes down as she's looking towards the floor. And now these two attackers up on the top floor have a lot of pressure from this Ella. They can't get picked off or else it will go into man disadvantage in there for them. There's a minute left. Thatcher's going to be pushing messages, but we're going to have Buck here holding that Ella in place. And there she goes. That's a nice little headshot from the one-time sight of Trendy, the C8. But we see this pixel angle yet again being held by Patrick on the other side. Knows that this player is out. His position. He wants that tight angle. He wants the element of surprise before he's going to peek the window. Just 30 seconds left. Hibana gets a pick onto the Jaeger. Sadly, that element of surprise didn't work out for them. Nia Nino is now in a 1v3 situation with a player watching the front door. He takes them out. It's a 1v2. This is possible. He can totally clutch this out. This Buck is at full health, though. He's going for the shots. But Nia knows exactly where he is. And he's going to vault on into that little small office. The Buck knows, though. He's going to go for the shots and end up hitting them. Mira's going to go down. The Buck's going to be at slightly above 1 HP. But sadly, 1 health is all you need to win a gunfight, and Trendy's going to finish off that kill. That's going to be map 2 in the former border, going towards Powerhouse. That is 1-to-1 map count right now. And while they were down a man, still well done for Powerhouse for pulling that back.
Legitly, I guess, so it wins. So it's a pretty sportsman ship there by Origins. And we're going to start here on Clubhouse finally.
Rip Barracuda 2018. That's a feels bad from him, but yeah, we're gonna go into a 5v5, and Powerhouse being very good sports, not caring about the ping. They want to win fair and square. Yeah, again, winning 4v5, especially on this map, it's not that much to talk home about, admittedly. Like, because they're that's unfortunate. This ping hasn't been fixed, but if Powerhouse aren't gonna contest it, then this match is indeed gonna play on 5v5. And yeah.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
But anyways, sorry, we're getting onto a lot of tangents. But yeah, winning 5v4 on this map is not that much to cry home about, because it's very it's very strat heavy, right? There's a lot of angles to watch. And if you have 5 players, it's just everyone holds something. Everyone anchors in the basement, no roamers, you don't need any, and you can't really have any because the drone game on this map is so quick. You can drone out everything. The strip is cleared instantly, you get the top floor watched, you clear the top floor, and it's just everything so quick. Then the attackers, they set up for a basement attack. They just get all their players in place, their executions. That's what they need, is their executions, which
5
is
seconds to insertion.
this is what this map is based upon, especially the basement defense. And
Attackers recovered the
having
bomb
only 4
diffuser.
players instead of
Attackers'
5 on the
objective is to
defense,
locate a bomb
that
and
really
defuse
hurts
it.
them in the sense of they can't watch as many angles. There's gonna be something that's weak, and all it takes is a matter of a couple drones, and then the attackers are gonna find that out. And as you can see, the reinforcements coming out at the last second from Armada, some of those wouldn't happen if they were down a player, and that would be admittedly quite a big problem. We're gonna see actually Thermite open up the escape tunnel right off the bat here within 30 seconds. Efficiency from Powerhaus. You can see it.
It looks like they're rolling with the Capital, so he's going to use his Flame Bolt and Smoke to help assist in the attack once they get down to sight. And they're going ahead opening up all these hatches as soon as possible. And with the Hibana charges, and there you're going to be raining terror with Sledge's Caber onto the floorboards under kitchen. So a lot of destruction going on here, and you're going to be seeing Nian here as Doc, and that's you see that's a pretty common pick for defenders here on the site because you have so many people just playing downstairs. It's easy to heal them quickly, and you're all pretty much bunched together for the whole round. So it's pretty easy to get some heals real quick if you need to.
Get the spot onto a player downstairs. That's actually Shadow going down to about half health. No pick just yet, but he has time. They do indeed have 1 minute 30 seconds left, and they have a lot of angles to work with. But as we are indeed 5v5 instead of 5v4, the defenders also have a lot of angles to work with. We saw Barracuda in there playing with one of his teammates inside blue. Unfortunately, he's actually rotated up. Legend's gonna get the first frag on a Nianino. That's their Doc going down. No heals coming out from him. So Bandit's gonna stay at half. However, Barracuda has the flank happening. This is gonna be the play that we need from him.
Defender has left the designated station.
He sees one, downs the Hibana, takes her out. That is a 4v4. He has done something. He is the first kill for his team on this map so far. He's just trying not to get Claymore. Shadow gets a second on the Legend. It's a Sledge. And now yet again, pressure onto the attacking side of the Powerhaus. It is a 3v3 though, not loading, dropping straight into Armory, getting a pick on a Shadow. That's their Bandit down. They have control of Armory's sight now. They know one's in blue. He's not going to peek this again. He is disciplined, and not loading is going to stay here. But Patrick ends up peeking at the perfect time, taking the head off of not loading. And then Minty gets another frag and a Flog. And this is not looking good for Trendy. It's a 1v3 here against an Ella, a Smoke, and a Jaeger. Two very powerful fraggers, and then a Smoke to deny the plant. He's going to fake it. Smoke's going to set up that pre-placed beauty, and Ella is going to be right above him to catch him off. And he knows exactly where... No, he doesn't. Does he not see him? He missed the plant for a second, but he gets the quick scope on a Trendy, and he goes down. That is round one of the defenders. 2 frags for Barracuda, and he does something. What was it? He does something. He definitely does something. He gets 2 kills, bringing their team to 1-0 on the first clubhouse defense. Won by the defenders. Not really a surprise there, but still well played by Barracuda, coming back in very nice fashion.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good Claymore placement there by Origins. You usually see it placed at the top of the ladder, so no one can really do anything about it by the defense, or for anyone trying to go for the roam. But they had a Claymore sitting by the bar entrance, and that's just not going to work out, and it's able to be taken out. So the roam game is able to come back into effect due to that Claymore placement, and that pretty much cost them the round because Barracuda was able to take down a couple attackers, and pretty much fell apart from there for Origin. So good round by Armada there, first round on Clubhouse.
Yeah, that was important because getting that player back, I'm guessing it brought back a bit of momentum to them. Barracuda kind of getting back in the lobby and being like, hey, I'm here guys, don't worry, I can kill people. And his kill people he did. He got a frag on the Hibana. She was just blindly running down the kitchen hallway, not expecting someone to come from the east side of the map, as I don't actually know if there was a Claymore placed there. Maybe the Ella managed to impact it. I'm not sure if she did impact, but hopefully the Barracuda if he did. But yeah, you're completely right. That Claymore placement in the door of bar, or in the door of vestibule, that was a kind of interesting is that Ella actually managed to quick peek around it to make sure no one was inside bar, not even get hit by it, as I'm pretty sure she just jumped straight through the Oh no, she ran out the Stock's door into the angle that Ash is looking in, just got the pick on the Hibana. She didn't need to contact the Claymore at all.
Yeah, so that was a pretty missed opportunity by Origins, but they're gonna be on the defense now and defending the same site. They're gonna have to keep that at the back of their minds the next time they go for the attack. But now they're defending here, and see if they're bringing anyone out of the ordinary. They're bringing Legion and Pulse, which are pretty interesting operators to bring. You're gonna have to see Pulse and Arsenal probably defending from underneath Kitchen, trying to get some sneaky C4 kills. But you're gonna see Shadow here as Blackbeard watching down Blue for any potential rotations, but I'm not sure if he's gonna get it or not.
You know what? I think the Legion is just gonna keep him here. Not actively. He's not gonna have to use a gun. The Legion doesn't need to peek here. But I'm gonna guess there's gonna be at least 2, if not 3, if not 4, if not ending up to be 7 Legion mines inside Blue Tunnel. He's just so strong in holding off a single choke point, and you see another one going out there, actually. Yeah, this is Blackbeard. I don't think he's gonna be successful coming down here. He's just gonna watch rotations. Sit in kind of a canine position, if you will. He's gonna move on a bit forward, but pretty sure he's gonna waste a couple minutes. He's gonna step forward, actually, and yep, there he goes. He gets Legion once, and now Legion knows that he's in this blue tunnel. He's flashing in. Nianino drops with him, and the Legion actually goes down. However, Legend gets a refrag on Nianino. Blackbeard is still inside blue tunnel, however, lit up to about half health. But that is the Legion taken off the board. Blackbeard's right behind. The ventilation stack is going to peek around to the Ella, but Ella's going to get away just in time as the Fragger comes in. 1 minute left, the smokes are starting to come out. Blackbeard gets a shield taken out, and Trendy goes for the shots, gets a pick on the Shadow. Patrick refrags on a Legend. It is a 3v3 with 50 seconds left. Patrick's going to be peeking around the church door and get the pick on a Trendy. And the defuse is actually going to go down straight in church. Barracuda has control of blue, so they're not worried about anyone flanking them from Blue Hall. And the defuse is going to go down right in the church door. We see a very nasty crossfire from all angles right now. Flog's gonna be right behind the blue wall. I'm not sure if he knows that Barracuda's in here. And he's gonna peek around, not gonna find anyone just yet. But he's gonna find. Yes, he is. Barracuda's gonna go down. It's a 2v2, and Pulse sees him. Sees the Hibana laying down, and he's gonna get the pick actually onto the other player before coming around with the 5-7. There goes Patrick. That's a beautiful retake from Powerhaus, taking the first basement defense. I didn't have much hope for them, to be honest, but CZ coming around with those 2 very nice kills, even after the defuser went down in a really difficult retake scenario. Actually, that prone player on the ground, I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for the shots under the Pulse after peeking around multiple times. I'm guessing the Hibana just didn't call it out or something in that kind of moment of panic. But either way, well played to CZ for getting both those frags on the people playing in Moto, managing to clutch the round out along with his teammate. That was a big clutch. I expected the defense to lose that, honestly. That was a 3v2. They had beautiful crossfires, but Smoke ended up able to get the kill on the player in blue. I guess they kind of played ringer on the rosy for a couple of seconds, but after that, Smoke was the one that won out. And at that point, both the players, seemingly, at least the person laying on the ground, was very, very focused on blue. He just didn't look away from it. And Pulse was just able to peek around and get the kill onto him before, he knew exactly where the Hibana was. She was crouched in a position where she couldn't get out of crouch, so she couldn't just rotate out of that spot. And Pulse comes around with a pistol, has a nice little pre-fire, and then down goes the Hibana for the clutch. Well played by Powerhaus Origins. Beautiful retake.
Yeah, and that was a missed opportunity by Armada there. They didn't really make communication that CZ was there, and you saw Hibana get taken out pretty easily because she wasn't even watching the doorway. So that made way for CZ to make a great play there and get 2 kills. They will get the diffuser. So that was a missed opportunity by them. But they're going to be here on the defense now. They're going to be defending the bar site.
Oh, this is I love this.
And you're going to be seeing loading here as Fuse, of course, with the LMG. So don't really see this too often, but it's not really unfamiliar to see Fuse on this site. I think Fuse here is more common than most maps.
Interesting. Okay, so we just got information from our host that the 10 o'clock game is actually not going to be casted. They don't want to wait for this game to finish, so they're actually going to be playing.
Bomb located by attackers.
The score will be screenshotted and sent to our admin, so everything's going to be just fine. But unfortunately, the 10 o'clock game is not actually going to be streamed on this account, on this channel. So yeah, we're just going to have the scores for that after today. So that's just a bit unfortunate, but either way, we're going to get on with this round. Not loading yet again with the fuse, as we mentioned before, with the LMG. However, not getting a pick as Shadow gets the first frag onto the thermite on the attack. That's their hard breacher down. Admittedly, not really needed unless they're going for a strip push, which they don't really seem to be doing. Fusing already in bedroom to get some people out of bar, hopefully into the sights of the people sitting at stock door. None of the defenders are actually going to be in any sort of predicament at the moment, as we see the Ella downstairs. She has to know the sledge is above her. It doesn't matter at the moment. Nini is going to pick on a flog. That's their glass down. That is actually a huge problem. Their smoke plant strat has been really detrimented by this glass getting picked off, as he's the one who has to look through that smoke while the plant's going down and prevent anyone from either knifing, shotgunning, or just managing to get kills onto the player planting. With him off the board and a minute left on the round, there's a lot of pressure on these attackers to make anything work at the moment. But not loading, we see here getting everyone out of stock. Again, it doesn't matter. Barracuda's going to get a frag on the legend, and everyone's going to get Elamine. Trending's going to go down. Not loading's going to be the last one alive with a 100-bullet LMG, and he's not even going to use a single one of those. As Patrick smokes out Trendy and turns quickly to the stairs to take out not loading on that quick rotation as he falls with a thud as a 1-2 down the staircase. That didn't.
Yeah. That was kind of painful to watch a little bit from Origin's side, because it was obviously a stock push or supply room push, but they weren't able to successfully get any pressure onto it because all the defenders were kind of huddled around the site. They had cluster charges raining from above, but they weren't doing anything because no one was in the area, because they hear the cluster charges being placed onto the floor. So there's obviously going to be a sign there that it's going down. The only way that might work is if there's like loud noises like EMP grenades or Candelas going down, where the cluster charge plant can't be heard. That's really the only scenario where you think that could work out. Even the Dokkaebi phone call could have gone off at the same time as the cluster charges were being planted, and then that might have been a good distraction there. But it didn't really work out as planned for Origins. It was a nice try, though. They were definitely trying with something different there. Dokkaebi, she had the phone ring for the fuse, potentially, and she also had smokes for glass, but utility just didn't really work out there for Origins. And you know, they really didn't think about strip at all, even though they brought thermite. Not really. I guess that's just in case they want to go strip and see what the defenders are doing.
Yeah. But
it seemed a little unsure which way they want to go for the attack. And the operator selection was a little odd.
I mean, after that thermite get taken out, they really didn't have a choice, and I'm surprised that everyone just didn't instantly rotate to the east side of the map. They had a player just elsewhere temporarily, while each of them, they got picked off one by one. I don't think they got a single frag in that round, which is kind of unfortunate. It was their glass to go second, and I think that was what lost in the round. Because after the thermite went, I was like, okay, everyone rotate east, and we can take stocks instead of taking the strip. Unfortunately, their glass went down, and that was the person that helped them take stock. It's like, glass is stocks, is thermite, is the strip, right? Once you lose the glass, yeah, you have smokes, but at that point you don't have anything else to kind of supplement the smokes, and the glass is kind of that thing that anchors down and is like, no, you're not getting past my smoke. You're gonna see Trendy here going for a pre-fire, but hey, he's gonna get Barracuda on that pre-fire. They're gonna expect him out the closet, but he's gonna get taken out by Minty. That's a 4v4 and 1-for-1 trade, and Minty's gonna do a little dance here for the camera as he knows that we're watching him. He's showing off after getting that kill. But yeah, that last round just it didn't work after both those players got picked. If anyone else had gotten picked, admittedly that round is winnable. But the operators they were getting picked off at first. It was unfortunate. I guess you could say unlucky. I don't know if they knew who they were killing, but it was interesting the angles they were taking to get those kills. Just after those first two attackers were down, there's nothing they could really do, as all the utility they had was smokes, phone calls, and fuses, which, as you said, they heard them, they just kind of ran. But
Bomb
we're going to see in
located by
this round,
attackers.
Barracuda is going to be the first one down, so that's their top, very much powerful fragger on the attacking team of Armada taken down off the board, but we're going to see a Vigil traded out for him, and then a Jaeger getting taken out after the fact. We're going to see 45 seconds left on the clock. CZ's going to be sitting here with a bearing 9 on the staircase, running a red dot sight for no particular reason, holding down this Hibana. Is it? This Hibana is just kind of...
That's Blackbeard, I think.
Oh, you're
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. He has a shield up on his gun. He's going to be looking at his sight. Unfortunately, if he peeks into that echo, there's nothing stopping him from being headshot in the back, and that's exactly what happens. Well, okay, not a headshot, but CZ managed to get the frag on him anyways. Shadow's going to go down. There's going to be one right above him, but it doesn't matter. Nino is going to get the frag from the bar table. Going to get two, actually. No, whoa, not loading, getting a team kill. That's a bit of a throw, but putting Nino in a 1v, like, I don't know, it doesn't, I mean, he was technically in a 1v1 in the bar if that Ashton hadn't dropped down yet, but that team kill definitely didn't help. He didn't get the refrag onto his teammate. In fact, he fragged another one of his teammates, which was interesting. I feel like they could have won that round. They could have gotten a Hibana. They knew that the Ash was on stairs. They must have heard her at some point. But
Yeah, that round pretty much came down to Flog missing his C4 or Nitrocell kill to stop the diffuser going down. And I think that's what really changed the round, because you saw Hibana getting a couple kills there at the end. I think that's what ended the round for Origins, and they're going to be down 3-1 here, so they're going to get things together. And they're having to attack down to the basement floor, so it's definitely going to be a tough one here. They're going to have to definitely stop the roam from Barracuda this time around and make sure they don't miss that.
Securing the floor.
crucial claymore placement on the either the ladder or maybe place it better in the doorway so we don't see it so early as he's coming around the corner.
Wall is fortified!
So you're going to be seeing Doc come in once again.
10 seconds remaining.
Same operators pretty much. However, you're going to be seeing Flog here as Jackal.
5 seconds left.
Not really sure what that's going to offer for you, because there's not going to be much roaming going
Attackers
on,
recover the
but
bomb diffuser.
Jackal might be able to
Attackers
catch
must locate and
Barracuda's
defuse the
footprints
bomb.
and make sure he stays placed on site, which I'm sure he will once he gets tracked.
I mean, you think that, but Barracuda is a pretty confident player. I think he would be willing, if not excited, to bait out this Jackal and bait out their attacks, bait out their pushes to see what kind of picks he can get. And he's actually going to be on the ladder, wary, but Sledge is going to run right into him. That's unfortunate. He has no idea. Barracuda with that perfect timing. Sledge with the sledgehammer out, breaking straight into Garage for a rush. That was, I guess he droned it out, but due to Barracuda being on the ladder, he was able to get up that ladder and able to receive that sledge just in the nick of time between the drone being unmanned and the sledge coming in the building. That was unfortunate timing for him, but Barracuda is going to end up rotating him back, and that Jackal is going to confirm that is indeed the case. But he's already got the pick within the first 30 seconds of the round.
Defender is
And that's
approaching
the
the kill
sledge
zone.
off the board. That's 2 nades, as well as a great gun. And Barracuda wants more blood. He's looking to peek out of this construction tunnel on anyone sitting back during at construction spawn. What am I saying? Back at construction spawn. Excuse me. I'm so
Drone
sorry.
activated.
Ready, drone
But
activated.
unfortunately for him, all the attackers are kind of holed up in bar at the moment. One droning down the main stairs, and the rest of them looking down hatches or assisting with that drone game. And I think the drone's going to get punched by Flog there. It's unfortunate. But yeah, Bandit's going to be ready to bandit trick anything that comes to this wall. We have all 5 of these defenders being ready for anything that could possibly be thrown at them. Flog getting LMI'd and delayed even longer at the bottom of these stairs. It's unfortunate. The Bandit is going to
Place device.
get a bit lazy. He's going to give up after he gets jackaled, and he's going to set down the shock wires pre-placed. As there is only a minute in the round left.
And Nian's going to get a couple kills there. Down the hallway, that's Flog and CZ going down with 48 seconds left. It's now 5-on-2. Trendy and not loading left. However, Trendy's going to take down Minty above the hatch, I believe. No, he's down by the stairs. However, they're going to have a long way to go. They want to get the site. Trendy get another kill on the Barracuda. Now it's 30 seconds left. 3-on-2. They're going to have to push through barbed wire and smoking babes. They want to get the site here. And they also have a dock left to heal anyone. They're down in Moto right now. They're going to make a push here on Shadow and Patrick. They're running in. Guns blazing. Ian's going to get a kill on the Trendy. 3-on-1. 8 seconds left. Trendy's going to have to frag out here if he has a chance at all. Wildfire going out by Shadow. And Loading's going to get the kill. However, it's going to go in the defender's favor due to the time running out.
Yeah, unfortunately, they sat there in Moto for a bit too long. I thought there was barbed wire in the door, which is why they weren't going for a push. But no, the first player runs in, gets down by the player inside blue, taken out. Finally, after that, Bandit pre-fires, not able to get the kill. However, his teammate has his back, and at the end, they're not loading. He's able to get the frag on the Bandit after the Bandit expends all his ammo in the pre-fire. But yet again, he has no time to go for the plant, and it fell apart for the attackers. Unfortunately, after that first loss by the sledge rushing in the garage, they just decided not to go for a blue push after that. And then I don't want to say that completely lost the round for them, but at the end of the day, there was a player sitting in blue that was kind of holding them in Moto, and they couldn't go for that push with that player. He had a reinforced wall, so he couldn't be just wall banged or anything like that. There were no nades to work with as the sledge got taken down right off the bat. It was just everything fell apart step by step after that first frag, and that's a bit unfortunate because you see, I mean, Powerhaus are a capable team, but they're just getting torn apart on this map of Clubhouse here.
Yeah, it seems that it's not really working out for them, and they really need the numbers advantage. It seems like if they want to, anytime they get the numbers advantage, Powerhaus, it seems they're just able to shut it out. But if they get picked off so early, like last round, where Legend just got killed immediately by Barracuda, it's not really working out for them because they tend to stall things out to the last second and make a push, and they're a little unsure of themselves. You saw there in Moto where they're just kind of standing there for a couple seconds, wasting precious seconds, and they weren't able to make a push on the site due to the time running out. So I think they have to be a little bit more aggressive here if they want to have a chance. They're are almost match point as Shadow gets the headshot on the loading with the glass.
Oh!
And it's getting another kill on the Flog. That's 2 headshots.
Going live.
He's looking to close this map out and this match. They're going to take this if they manage to win the round, and it looks like it's going to be in their favor as we're in a 3v5 against the defenders. Shadow's going to be sitting at a pixel angle looking for anyone peeking above the green box in the front side of Armory. And he's going to sit patient as he has so much time to work with. That's 2 picks. That's a smoke, a plant denial, and a legion. That's blue hall denial. Both off the board within the first minute. That means smoke isn't going to be the deny plant, obviously. And the legion only able to get, what, 2, maybe 3 traps out in that amount of time? That's not very much map presence for him. And the attackers have so much time to prepare for any kind of setup. When Nitro goes out, lights up Nino, but he stays alive, and that's what matters right now. Another man taken down by Minty. He's going to rush on in this site. He has full control of Armory, and the attackers are going to plant this bomb. There's no way that the defenders are going to be able to stop this, because if CZ peeks this, he's going to actually take out a player, but it's a 4v1, 3v1. Bandit's going to get a frag, but Minty's going to finish it off. Trendy's going to go down. The attackers are going to take this round and the map. Armada go up 2-1 on this series, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. What a flurry of kills. That was yet again, another fast round from Armada, finishing off the game in this case. They are efficient and they like to show it. That was 2 kills within 1 minute by both headshots by the glass. That was impressive aim. Well done by Shadow in that last round. Putting him from a 2, he was 2-5 and now he's 4-5. He tried to get positive, didn't quite happen, but he did what he could, and he kind of won the round for them, admittedly. Both their denial, their lane denial, and their plant denial gone. And then at the end of the day,
Hey,
they lost their armory control
thank you
really,
guys
really quickly
for
after
the games.
third player was
Thank you,
taken out.
Asta, for
And
casting.
then that's just
So
that's
sorry
just-
for like all the
it was so.
Thank you for being patient with us.
I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know what,
good.
I don't know what to say
I
about
just
that.
want to say
Like,
something
Laz
real
made
quick.
a push
We're gonna
onto
we're gonna
dirt
protest.
and just
Oh,
kind of.
Oh, damn.
He's like, you're
Alright,
dead,
sounds
and
good.
you're dead. All right, so I'm gonna win the round for us, and that's what happened. Like 2 players off the board. It was curious to see that Legion playing all the way deep in dirt like that, but nonetheless, Glaz managed to make that work for his own team. Unfortunately, the Legion not so for Powerhouse. But Armada taking that last attack by storm. Bandit trying to collection out, not happening, as that Ash just flicks quickly onto him, coming from the stairs, and that was basically it. As the Mira, the Mira did do her best too. She got 1 frag, but again, that was that one from the hatch that dropped quickly and got the refrag on the Mira. There was nothing really Bandit could do unless he pulled off a miracle, which did not end up happening. Yeah, so Armada taking the series 2-1 over Powerhouse, even after losing a player for a short part of the second map. But yeah, either way, they managed to make it work for them, and yeah, they are now 1-2 in the series, in the season. Excuse me. So that is their first win against any team this season in the Invite Series.
Yeah, it's all a little bit of old school play with the Glaz going down dirt tunnel, just marching down as if he was full strength Glaz and knocking heads off the defenders. And it worked. I mean, the one thing that worked for Armada is that they had aggression, and it wasn't just, you know, flop aggression where they just like ran in and died. They were able to successfully get kills with their aggression, and it seemed that Origins were a little caught off guard with that aggression. They just weren't really sure how to react to it. And I think that's what really determined how this match went down.
I agree with you, and I agree with the thing you said before. I actually forgot to mention this, but you said that Powerhouse needed to be a bit more aggressive, and unfortunately for them, the Glaz took it again 1 step further. But I totally agree with you in that, because you saw in Border, when they did that, they ended up winning rounds. They started a comeback, because I'm pretty sure that Armada were actually up a couple rounds at the beginning of the map Border, but then Powerhouse they managed to bring it back because of their aggression. They managed to they pushed, and their pushes worked. And I think the reason that in this case their aggression in the dirt tunnel didn't work was just because Shadow was nuts, and he managed to flick onto both of these heads. And as you see, it didn't take more than 1 bullet for either not loading or Flog to go down. That was just wonderful play by Shadow. But I definitely Powerhouse, if they work on their they have their executions down, if they manage to drone everything out and be like, okay, this is all clear, we can go in, we can do what we need to do. But after that, yes, I agree with you. Their aggression is what needs to, they need to work on that, because after they get their executions down, their walls are open, they have lines of sight. What they're not doing is they're not managing to get their frags. We saw that 1 round on Border, it was 5v3 in their favor. Walls were open, they got the 2 defenders down that were roaming, and then they just got picked off and picked off and picked off and picked off and picked off. And then that was 5 players dead on the attacking side. Their fragging needs a bit of work, and then I really don't know how else to put this, but we've used the word aggression like 15 times in the last 30 seconds, but that's again what we have to say. Their aggression needs work. They're just kind of getting stalled out. And I mean, both these teams admittedly get stalled out once in a while, but it seems to be more of a problem, as you can see from the scoreline here, 2-1 maps in favor of Armada. That seems to be more of a problem with Powerhouse rather than Armada Gaming.
Yep, so that's Armada going to be winning 2-1 here, going to map number 3, but they're able to close it out against Powerhouse Origins and move on into the playoffs. And I believe Origins